So we've been away for a while from the homestead, that is, and it's been a month and nothing has been done on the homestead, of course, and I wanted to show you what it actually looks like. So from our travels, we got some plants from my mother-in-law actually, and then we got some goodies here in the car, which are these zinc sheets, which we are going to be using for our garden beds and try and beautify our homestead. Beautiful. So another difficult thing about the homestead is you know that when you go away, things are going to be on a standstill because you are usually doing the things yourself. Unless you have someone who actually works for you, who's going to stay behind and they take care of the farm, and then things keep going. But for us, when we go away, things actually stand still and nothing gets done. So we come back and it feels like starting all over again. This is something we actually didn't really think about, to be honest, about the amount of work you have to put in on the homestead and actually stay here. When you have a flat, it's more of a lock up and go, or if it's a house in the suburbs, you lock and then you go, and then you switch on the cameras for protection or to survey your property, and then that's it, and then you go, and your neighbors can actually look out for you. But here, although we have neighbors, we don't really have neighbors. Our neighbors are actually still building. The one on the right has their employee living there, and then the one on the other side, they're here and there sometimes, but we don't really have a relationship. We also realize that homesteading is actually quite lonely, depending on the community that you end up living in. But with us here, we don't really know our neighbors. We don't really talk to them. We say hello here and there, and one of our neighbors, the employee, actually talks to us and he helps us with some work on the farm. But yeah, that's it. We don't have anyone to look after our farm when we are gone. Another challenge is we have not actually built anything on the farm. So even if we wanted someone to come and take care of the farm when you're not around, they would need a place to stay. And we don't have a place to stay right now, which is something that we are definitely getting sorted. I think I'm definitely going to need some gloves to take out these iron sheets. Yeah, let me do that. My husband's gloves, they never have fingers. I don't know why, but those are the closest ones I could find, so I'm gonna use them. I do have this feeling that my husband is not going to like the way I'm putting this, but I've kind of committed, so I'm gonna leave them here for now, and when someone that's going to come and help us on the weekend is going to have to move them, because I really don't know where to put them, and it's working. So after a while, I realized that I was too far from where I was putting the. Oh, also I changed where the sheets are now going to be. So yeah, so now I had to bring the car closer this way. I don't have to be lifting up the sheets. I'm just pulling them out now, which makes it so much easier, and I get to sweat a little less. Oh. I am done, and although I am not happy with how they're looking, I am so happy with the outcome because everything is out and it's done. And now let me show you how the homestead is looking after a month of us not doing anything. You'd be shocked how things change, but in this case I want to show you how crazy our chickens were when we were gone. So since we do not have anyone here, our chickens are going to be fending for themselves, because when we went home it was in a bit of a rush and we needed things to get done, and the last month was just weird and hectic, and I don't know, adulting is just really interesting. But anyway, we didn't have anyone looking after our chickens, so we really just opened up for them. So what we did mainly was to put water everywhere. We put like a lot of buckets around so that they have water. We put a lot of food for them to eat, and then we just opened up the whole area so that they can just forage anyway, because most of the times we don't want them to get out of their designated little paddock area, because we don't want them to destroy our garden. But yeah, because I also don't have a lot of stuff in the garden, I thought it was going to be okay for them to roam around in the garden and hopefully they don't destroy. But this is what happened. This is the garden. These are my garden beds, which were so beautiful. These pots, Masana actually had put grass, and I know that it's been raining, so the grass would obviously, die down, but they destroyed this bed. Actually, it's spinach. There's some of the leftover spinach over here leftovers. We also had onion. This is some of the leftover onion that they left. There was really nothing in here because we were planning to start building up the bed, so we put a lot of compost, a lot of good soil, so that we can start planting now that we are going into winter. And some leftover Chinese cabbage, which they destroyed. There were lots of vegetables here. They destroyed the pots, they destroyed grass that was here, they destroyed some of the compost that was there. They completely destroyed this area, you guys. This was a bed full of compost, and now it looks like the compost is nowhere to be found. And this is what it looks like. I had tomatoes on here. I had more chilies. For some reason the chilies survived. I don't know why they're not eating the chilies. That would have been interesting. But yeah, they didn't eat. Onion in here. Leftover onions, because I don't know. And then some of the tomatoes here. Tomatoes which they completely destroyed. I had more onion in this bed, but now it's gone. There's nothing left here. And I think I had I think I had more onion in here as well. And this is all that is left. More chilies there. They destroyed everything. There's no hope. And yeah, and I think the worst thing about the garden right now are these rocks. This is something that we thought that was going to be great. The rocks are beautiful. They make your garden look so nice. they are really nice to look at. And then you have to walk in your garden barefoot, and they are completely horrible. Do not put rocks in your garden. Do not put rocks in your garden if you are planning to be tending to your garden yourself, and also you're planning to actually use it as a place where you can enjoy and relax and walk barefoot, because that is the whole point of your homestead. You want to feel free. The rocks are going to hold you hostage to your shoes, because you never have to remove your shoes. They are so painful, and they are also difficult to clean. So one thing we're definitely going to be doing, guys, can you give me a chance to just record, please? They're so noisy. Anyway, rocks are so difficult to clean. We also found out that every single time it was raining, there would just be a lot of grass, a lot of sticks in there, and we can't really remove them because the rocks are hard to clean. So we are removing the rocks in the next few days. I'm actually going to be removing the rocks in the next few days, and we will hopefully be using them to build, since we are starting building in a few weeks. I think 2 or 3 weeks we'll start building. But yeah, the rocks are horrible. This is what they actually look like. Look at this. I know this is worse because the chickens have made a mess, but you cannot tell me how it's going to be possible to clean this, to remove all the grass, the soil from the rocks. So the best way is to actually remove them and then just let it be and move forward with our lives without the rocks. And going forward, we're probably going to just try and get some wood chips, wood shavings, and then we're going to put into the garden. So this is their coop area. The chickens are out right now. They're still enjoying their freedom, but soon I will put them back. And we are also planning to snip their wings because they fly out. Another thing that we did not want was for them to get broody, and we have 2 chickens that seem to be broody. Ever since we arrived, they've been sitting in their coops, in their what do you call those, the buckets which they lay their eggs. But here's the other thing. This is some of the food that we left. This is layer mesh because a lot of the chickens here are ladies, so we bought some layer mesh for them, and they did not even bother. It is literally still full. These are really wild animals. They don't care about all this food that we are giving them. And these are the babies that are broody. We had planned to not get any of our chickens to go broody because we do not want to take care of baby chickens at the moment. But we're going to let these be, and they're going to actually have the babies, but then we're going to take the babies away from them. Please say hello. Look at that. She's already mad. Hello. Go. How long have you been sitting there? A week? 2 weeks? 3 weeks? See, we'll really never know. And then one thing I'm also going to do when I get some time is to actually come in here and then mark the eggs which they're sitting on. I know that we've already missed a lot of the eggs. I'm gonna just put a cross on them because some of the chickens, I think, they are also laying in here. And I am going to make sure that every time another chicken comes and lays, and when this one that is broody gets out to get some food, then I'll just take out those eggs, and I know those are fresh eggs because they seem to want the same type of roosting, the same type of laying boxes, and they don't want to use the other laying boxes we made. So you just kind of make a plan and find ways to take your fresh eggs. And these were the water buckets or tires thingies that we made. There was water in there. There was also water in that yellow dish, and there was water in their coops. There was water on there. We also have some water thingies on the other side, but yeah, there's water because it's been raining in the Mbombela area. So Yeah. Another thing that we actually noticed on the homestead, it's not noticed, but one thing you definitely need to know is the moment you leave your homestead, everything is gonna be overgrown. And a lot of the times it's okay because it's just grass, right? But our grass is like right in front of our house, and you definitely need to cut it out. And getting the grass cut, it's not expensive, but it's a lot of work. The machine is very heavy for me, and you have to buy fuel for it because you don't do it by hand. And I know a lot of people are going to say, just get the goats, but we can't get the goats over here. And also, we're not ready for goats. But then this is what it's looking like. The grass is overgrown. It just looks overgrown. This is not great because we get a lot of snakes. So we definitely need to keep the grass under control. If we don't do that, then we'll be having snakes inside the house. And this area that we are planning to start planting on looks really nice, and the chickens didn't get here for some weird reason. This area looks nice. It is ready to plant. It looks so beautiful. And this, I don't know what's the name of this plant again. I don't remember, but yeah, it looks so nice. It loves the sun, and it's just making these beautiful boundaries, as you can see. It accentuates, I think that's the word, the terrace so well. It looks so nice. And the sunflowers just grew from the horse manure that we got. We didn't plant those, and I'm going to let them be because they just look stunning. This is actually my favorite flower. Looks so beautiful. Yeah, but the whole area is really overgrown, and now we have a lot of work. We need to cut the grass first, and then we can start planting and making the place beautiful again. Everything is so overgrown. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Even my nice little path over there is gone. Yeah, I am not going to go down there right now. Maybe another day because the grass is a little too high for me and it's wet. I'm going to sit over here and chat a little bit. I mean, it doesn't look too bad at all. I knew the chickens are going to destroy, but then I didn't have a lot of vegetables in the garden anyway, so the destruction is bad because now I definitely have to remove the rocks. I don't have a choice. I had been planning to do it, but now I definitely have to do it. And the overgrown grass, yeah, we usually do cut our grass like maybe every 2-3 months depending on how the weather has been. And yeah, we are learning again on the homestead. You restart things, you have to redo a lot of the things. And the first time we actually went away for longer than a week, we did not have chickens, and this time we had chickens, so the stress was definitely different. And we are thinking about ways in which going forward we can make the process a little bit easier. And the other thing is we are getting rabbits, we're getting ducks, we're getting goats in the next few months. So now what do we do to make sure that our animals are well taken care of? And if we're gonna get someone, is that person going to just come whenever we go away, like homestead seating kind of set up, like your home, what are they called, like people that stay in your home when you're away? Maybe we're gonna need to get someone like that just comes and takes care of the home while we are away, especially take care of our animals, because we still want to travel quite a bit, and the homestead has been limiting that. Anyway, I'm so excited about starting to record again and show you all the progress that's going to be happening on the homestead. Our next project is actually going to be that little house you see over there. We are going to start building if our contractor says they are available, towards the end of this month, which is April. So yeah, we're excited to start building that, and we're excited to redo the garden. We're excited to make the place look beautiful. We're excited to be home, to play with our chickens, to pick fresh eggs, to pick fresh vegetables, which I only have 2 kale plants that are left, so I'll only be picking up kale. But yeah, I'm excited, and we hope you enjoy our videos, and thank you so much for always engaging and checking up on us. We really do appreciate it. Until next time, bye bye.